Hi, my name is Layla Garms, and I'm the Equity and Education Program Officer at the Winston-Salem Foundation. I will be sharing more about our Power Building grant opportunity. The Winston-Salem Foundation's Community Grants Framework includes a priority of civic engagement and inclusion. Our vision is that the community members are connected through shared experiences and are equipped with knowledge, tools, and power to shape decisions and policies that affect their lives. We believe that a civically engaged community where residents work together towards collective action and community led organizations are supported strengthens our democracy, builds hope, and supports solutions that address root causes. The foundation has four grant opportunities related to our civic engagement and inclusion priority area. You can apply for just one this grant cycle. I'm going to focus now on the first two opportunities, which are related to building the civic muscle to derive positive impact. This funding cycle includes two application options focused specifically on power building. The first is network leadership, which supports networks of organizations working together to build resident leadership and strengthen community networks for mobilization and collective action. The second is program support for organizations whose activities align with our shared understanding of power building, whether through organizing, leadership development, or community driven change. Our approach to power building starts with a simple belief. The best solutions are shaped by the people who are most directly impacted. When community members lead, their lived experiences guide more meaningful and effective change. We believe that the community led solutions are essential to advancing equity, and our role is to help create the conditions where authentic community leadership can thrive. That's why we see power builders, the individuals and organizations doing this work, as the key to long term lasting change. For us, power building starts with meeting people where they are, both literally and figuratively. That means building relationships, listening first, and sharing clear, accessible information about the policies and systems that affect their lives. It's also about shifting traditional power dynamics and building the skills people need to create solutions for themselves and for their communities. We believe leadership already exists in neighborhoods, and our role is to help deepen and support that natural leadership. Power building connects people to one another within their neighborhood and across different backgrounds so they can learn, organize, and act together. And it encourages residents to use their voices within existing systems that shape access to resource and opportunities. Ultimately, power building is about mobilizing residents to take action on the priorities they identify for their own communities. This network began when Winston-Salem Foundation reached out to the community to ask an important question: how can we show up as a more effective and meaningful partner? Through a survey and follow up conversation with our community power builders, we heard a strong interest in staying connected. Participants shared a desire to continue meeting, build deeper relationships, and explore opportunities to learn together and collaborate in more intentional ways. Through the network leadership application, selected organizations will receive an award of $35,000 to support program or operating costs. Grantees will also play an active role in shaping the emerging network by helping design and participate in ongoing network meetings, which will be funded by the foundation. We anticipate supporting 4 to 5 organizations through this opportunity. Organizations in this role will help bring the network together by planning and convening regular power building gatherings. These engagements are meant to deepen relationships, build trust, and strengthen understanding of one another's work, while also exploring what it takes to support resident leaders and organizations to lead, connect, and mobilize around community identified priorities. Network leaders will collaborate closely with Foundation staff and other partners to design and carry out activities that foster shared learning and strengthen connections across the network. They'll also help us guide the network in identifying learning goals and shaping activities that support those goals. Finally, this role includes working with the Foundation and partners to find meaningful ways to share what the network is learning with the broader community, especially to strengthen efforts that strengthen the center power in BIPOC communities. Through the program support application, we're offering grants of up to $25,000 to nonprofit organizations engaged in power building work. These funds are designed to support organizations whose activities align with our approach to community power building. We anticipate awarding up to 6 grants for programs that build power and community through this opportunity. This opportunity is a good fit for leaders who enjoy bringing people together and supporting collaboration and shared learning. We're looking for individuals who can commit to planning and facilitating up to 6 network meetings with an anticipated time commitment of about 6 hours per month. Strong applicants will be skilled at building relationships and creating spaces where trust can grow. And most importantly, they'll bring a clear vision and genuine excitement for building power in marginalized communities. Through this funding, we're looking to support work that strengthens relationships within communities and creates meaningful place-based impact. That includes programmatic activities like organizing, outreach, voter registration, and community building events. We also recognize that strong work requires strong organizations. That's why program support can include capacity building needs such as staffing, planning, infrastructure, and communications. At the center of it all is a deep community engagement and leadership development, supporting residents into stepping into leadership and shaping the future of their communities. Unfortunately, resources are limited and we are not all able to fund all of the amazing ideas and work that come before us. We use these funding principles to guide how we prioritize opportunities for funding, centering those most impacted, addressing root causes and advancing system level change, serving historically marginalized communities, asset-based approaches that build upon community strengths, collaboration to achieve shared outcomes, and commitment to learning and improvement. We approach our grant making through a racial equity lens with a clear focus on supporting the aspirations of residents, their families, and their communities. Our goal is to invest in the work that is grounded in community voice and lived experience. To do that, we prioritize funding for organizations that center people most impacted by the issues they're addressing, focus on root causes, and work towards meaningful systems level change. We are especially committed to supporting historically marginalized communities and asset-based approaches that build on existing strengths within community. We also value collaboration because lasting change happens when organizations work together towards shared outcomes. And finally, we look for a strong commitment to learning, reflection, and continuous improvement. The application is designed to give us a clear picture of your organization and your work. We'll start with some basic organizational information, followed by your mission and the activities and accomplishments that bring that mission to life. We'll also ask you about your leadership and how you engage with community so we can better understand who's guiding the work and how residents are involved. Finally, we'll review financial information to ensure we have a full and transparent view of your organization. We also value strong, trusting relationships with community residents as well as community partners. These relationships are essential to building meaningful, community centered work and lasting impact. Fiscally sponsored groups are also welcome to apply. In addition to the basic application details, we're also looking to understand how organizations approach their work. That includes an orientation towards learning, being open to reflection, growth, and adaptation based on what's working and what's not. We also value strong, trusting relationships with community residents as well as with community partners. These relationships are essential to building meaningful, community centered work and lasting impact. We'll also ask you about your leadership and how you engage with the community so we can better understand who's guiding the work and how those most impacted are involved. Finally, we'll review financial information to ensure we have a full and transparent view of your organization. Applications are due by 5 p.m. on Monday, June 1st, 2026. Applications must be submitted through the Winston-Salem Foundation Grants portal. Organizations will be notified of funding decisions by mid-September. For more information, please refer to the FAQs or contact me, Layla Garms, at lgarms@wsfoundation.org.